How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Turndownforwalt here, and welcome to the JV5, the home for Melee's craziest and most exciting moments of your favorite events. The 4th offline Panda Qualifier tournament is in the books. From the minds behind one of the most reputable tournament organizing groups in the southern US, Tourney Locator, comes Lost Tech City 2022. Despite only coming in at 154 entrants, the tournament managed to attract quite a few big names to the Lone Star State, including 5 of the top 10 players from the MPGR Summer 2022 rankings, such as Mango, Plup, Hungrybox, Amsa, and Kadoran. From one Texas Fox player making top 8 at a major for the first time in his career, to one top Captain Falcon main making his first official offline North American debut in 2022, it just goes to show that everything is bigger in Texas, including its Melee tournaments. Without further delay, let's take a closer look at one of the most exciting Southern Smash majors of this year in this week's JV5.
Game 1, Bobby Big Balls versus none in a stock trade to get things going on.
Single hit is all Jojo needs, maybe it's a grab, that's the roll in. 2 needs, gets reversed, not quite, there's the third one, that can be it.
According to Google, the exact definition of a Pipsqueak is a person considered to be insignificant, especially because they are small or young. While it may be true that he is young and also maybe lacks the same storied pedigree when compared to some of his other top European contemporaries, Pipsqueak's tag is entirely deceiving, as he is widely recognized today as one of the top 2 best Melee players in all of Europe, behind only his fellow countryman Leffen. He's also considered to be one of the best overall players on the planet as well, being currently ranked at the 24th spot on the MPGR Summer rankings. On his home soil so far for this year, Pipsqueak has looked nigh invincible, not dipping below 2nd place at any European tournament he's entered this year. This includes FET 2, where he placed 2nd behind only Amsa, while taking sets over top worldwide talent like Mech, BBats, and Professor Pro. Pipsqueak has also done very well for himself internationally this year, placing 17th at Pound 2022, 4th at the Function 2, and 1st at Low Tide City, while acquiring wins over players like Chem, Crudo, Salt, Skurzo, and Axe. While he may have been seemingly primed as one of the top players to look out for in bracket at Lost Tech City, Pipsqueak's winners bracket run would end unceremoniously when he was cut out of winners bracket early in round 1 pools by Tex and Marth player Dark Hero 2-1. Though his winners bracket run came to an end before it could even take off, the Stockholm native was entirely undeterred going into losers bracket. After being placed in top 48 losers side following his loss to Dark Hero, Pipsqueak went on a near flawless crusade through losers, winning 4 convincing 3-0 sets in a row over notable players like Yusei, Secrets, Nut, and Bobby Big Balls, before finally being brought down by S-fop in their loser side top 8 qualifier 3-2, earning a solid 9th place finish.
Pip gets one grab and you're like, yo.
No!
Ah!
Oh, the cheap stuff! That's it.
Yeah, one more
chance
mix.
for Pip.
Ah, that'll do it.
Woo-hoo! Yo! And S-fop barely clutching it out over Pipsqueak.
Emerging as one of the best players in Texas post-quarantine, a state packed to the brim with MPGR-level talent like Bobby Big Balls and Salt, Spoonful of Pasta, otherwise known as S-fop, set a new career best for himself when he managed to place 5th at Lost Tech City 2022. While mostly sticking to local Texas tournaments throughout 2022, where he hasn't lost a single one so far this year, Lost Tech City would be S-fop's first major tournament appearance in 2022, with the last time he entered a major offline event coming all the way back in November of 2021 at Main Stage, where he placed 33rd. Kicking off his time at Lost Tech City, S-fop would clear his way to top 48 winners side while only dropping a single game to Ben in round 1 pools. In top 48, S-fop found himself opposite one of the greatest Fox Slayers in all of Melee, Hungrybox. This was the first time both players faced off against each other offline, though they previously had played 2 online sets, with Hungrybox taking the win in both of them. S-fop would scratch a game off of PG Stats' number 3 best player of all time, but when the dust settled, it was Hungrybox who stood triumphant, sending S-fop plummeting into the losers bracket 3-1. However, he would soon prove that he wasn't anywhere near finished yet by earning a hard-fought spot in losers side top 8 after blazing through a murder's row of heavy hitters in Franz, Mech, and Kadoran. In his first set of top 8, S-fop contended with the West Coast Fox main S-fat. Prior to their meeting here at Lost Tech City, the pair had met up only once before offline, over 6 years ago at DreamHack Austin 2016, where S-fat took it over S-fop with a clean 2-0. Over those 6 years though, it was evident S-fop had improved dramatically as a player, easily becoming one of the best active Southern Fox players in the US. Their set went the full 5-game distance, with S-fop coming out on top, notching one more name onto his belt. Next up for S-fop would be AMSA. Having already taken a set over one top 10 player this tournament in Kadoran, S-fop headed into this set with all the confidence in the world. Unfortunately, this would spell the end of his run in San Antonio though, as AMSA would eliminate him from the tournament with a devastating 3-0, ending his run at Lost Tech City at 5th place.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, that's gotta be it, yep.
Yeah, okay. You know what's really impressive to me is that a lot of times when you play the top tier and you're playing against the mid tier, it gets harder for the mid tier as the set goes on. But AMSA was like a one stock, two stock, three stock. That's impressive.
That's true.
On the mid tier side.
In comparison to some of the other top Falcon mains in the world, Wizrobe has been relatively inactive for most of the year. In 2022, he hasn't entered a single online event and has only entered one offline tournament before Lost Tech City, Smash Factor 9, which he won while only dropping a single set to Meds. Despite a lengthy absence from North American majors, Wizrobe looked as sharp as ever at Lost Tech City, as he dominantly cruised his way through winner's bracket, only dropping 2 games on his way to a winner's top 8 qualifier set against AMSA. While his skills hadn't seemed to fade at all since he last entered a US major, the fan favorite Yoshi would prove to be too great of a challenge for the former best Falcon player in the world, evicting Wizrobe from the winner's bracket 3-1. To qualify into top 8 on loser's side, Wizrobe had to do battle with yet another fan favorite player in the AZ legend Axe. Before the lockdown era of Melee, Axe appeared to massively have Wizrobe's number, with him winning their last 3 sets prior to events shutting down. However, since the return of in-person Melee in 2021, Wizrobe had seemingly turned the tides on Axe, as he's won the last 2 sets they've played together since Smash Summit 11. He'd increase his win streak here with a 3-1 set win at Lost Tech City, moving on to top 8 loser side. In top 8, Wizrobe's first opponent would be a familiar face in one of the best Falcon mains this year has seen, Salt. The two had crossed controllers earlier in winner's bracket top 48, with Wizrobe taking the set 3-2. Their highly anticipated match in top 8 would prove just as competitive, however, as Wizrobe would once again trounce the young star 3-2. Next up for Wizzy was Riptide champion Hungrybox. While other elite Falcon mains like S2J and Nun have proven to be capable of beating Hungrybox, Wizrobe has expertly demonstrated his proficiency in the matchup. Sadly for Wizzy though, that absurd level of dominance wouldn't replicate itself here, as Hungrybox conquered Wizzy in a 3-2 barn burner, ending Wizrobe's run at 5th place.
Oh, yo! Rest opportunity, and
that's it, yo!
The monitor was literally, yeah. I don't know if the stream saw that or if it was our monitor, but
Yo!
Hide all your valuables. If
Yeah,
you're in the front row.
Yeah.
Fresh off the back of a second place showing at Riptide 2022, the best Sheik main on the West Coast, Plup, went on an insurmountable warpath through winner's bracket, making top 8 while not giving up any games at all. Strolling into winner's side top 8, the Panda standout came across AMSA in winner's semis. Before Lost Tech City, both top 10 veterans had formed a pretty entertaining rivalry with each other, with Plup barely leading their in-person set history 3-2. They had also never gone to a Game 5 at all in the 5 sets they'd played previously. That was until their set here, with Plup just narrowly edging out the iconic Yoshi main 3-2. Advancing to winners finals after his close victory over AMSA, Plup had to square up against a newly invigorated Mango. These two are no strangers to trading blows in the final phases of bracket, however, this was the first time the two had thrown down in a winner's final set in over 3 years, with the last time being at Pound 2019 where Mango won 3-1. Alas, just like at Pound 2019, Plup would fall to Mango again, but not before taking the consensus GOAT to the brink in a 5-game war. In losers finals, Plup had to play Hungrybox, the man who was responsible for both double eliminating and depriving him of yet another first place trophy at Riptide. Though H-Box looked to be too hard of a puzzle to solve at Riptide for Plup, he seemed to have put it all together at Lost Tech City. In a flawless performance worthy of a career highlight reel, Plup stupendously swept Hungrybox out of the tournament to claim another shot at Mango in grand finals. After a fierce climb out of the losers bracket, Plup once more brought the fight to Mango. Their grand final set would play out just as hotly contested as their winner's final set, but when all was said and done, Plup had fallen 3-2, and Mango would claim his second major title of the year. Before August of this year, some would look at Mango's results and say he's entered another slump, not being able to win any national-sized tournaments since Smash Summit 11 back in the summer of 2021. However, with his first place finish at Super Smash Con 2022, Mango has clearly forward smashed that slump out of the proverbial window, as he would win his second major in nearly 2 months when he took home the gold medal at Lost Tech City. Appearing as a force of nature, Mango would steamroll his way into top 8 almost with ease, with his only true taste of opposition coming against Bobby Big Balls in a 5-game clash in top 48. Up next for the Buster in winner's semis was his seemingly lifelong rival Hungrybox. The pair had last danced together at Super Smash Con 2022 in both winner's semis and grands, with Mango winning both sets 3-2. However, Mango, looking like he wanted to make a statement, completely crushed his Pup adversary with a stalwart 3-0 set win, catapulting himself into winner's finals. In winner's finals, Mango played the monarch of the Plup Club himself, Plup, and defeated him 3-2, setting up a comfy spot for himself in grand finals winner's side. In the final phases of the tournament, Mango again took on Plup in what would become another thrilling 5-game set. A 5-game set that Mango ultimately clutched out in the end to score his second major win of the year.
Deep nair?
No! Is he
That's
going to
it.
follow that up? No, forward air. And Mango, after all that, denies the comeback from Plup, winning Lost Tech City. Woo!
I'm turndownforwalt, and this has been the JV5, but the melee doesn't stop here, and if you liked LTC, you should check out this video for some of the best moments from Riptide. Were there any Lost Tech City moments I forgot to mention, or are there any topics you'd like for me to talk about in one of the next episodes? Let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter at turndownforwalt. Big thank you to patrons of the channel who help make content like this possible, especially Avisuestein, Dorian, and Storm. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, thanks again for watching, and see you next time.